सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परम ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्य किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणाचार्येभ्यो नमः। सूतमहर्षे शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुनि शुकब्रह्मर्षे वेदव्यासगुरवे नमः। ओम श्री नारद महर्षे नमः। ओम श्री सनत्कुमारेभ्यो नमः। ओम ब्रह्मणे नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कंदः मुक्तिरित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितः अथ सप्तदशोऽध्यायः। From 37 mantra we'll finish it. Om श्री भगवानुवाच अथानन्तरमावेक्ष्यन यथा जिज्ञासितागमः गुरवे दक्षिणां दत्त्वा स्नायाद् गुरुवनुमोदितः गृहं वनं वोपविशेद प्रव्रजेद्वा द्विजोत्तमः आश्रमादाश्रमं गच्छेत् नान्यथा मत्परश्चरेत् गृहार्थी सदृशीं भार्याम् उद्वहेद् अजगुप्सितां यवीयसीं त्वयसां दासवर्णामनुक्रमात् विद्याध्ययनदानानि सर्वेषां च द्विजन्मनां प्रतिग्रहोऽध्यापनं च ब्राह्मणस्यैव याजनं प्रतिग्रहं मन्यमानः तपस्तेजो यशोनुदम् अन्याभ्यामेव जीवेत शिलैर्वा दोषदृक्तयोः ब्राह्मणस्य हि देहोऽयं क्षुद्रकामाय नेष्यते कृच्छ्राय तपसे चेह प्रीत्यानन्तसुखाय च शिलोञ्च वृत्त्या परितुष्टचित्तः धर्मं महान्तं विरजं जुषाणः मय्यर्पितात्मा गृह एव तिष्ठन् नातिप्रसक्तः समुपैति शान्तिम् समुद्धरन्ति ये विप्रं सीदन्तं मत्परायणं तानुद्धरिष्ये न चिराद् आपद्भ्यो नौरिवारणमाद सर्वाः समुद्धरेत् राजा पितेव व्यसनात् प्रजाः आत्मानमात्मना धीरः यथा गजपतिर्गजान् एवं विधो नरपतिः विमानेनार्कवर्चसा विधूयेह शुभं कृत्स्नम् इन्द्रेण सह मोदते सीदन् विप्रो वणिग्वृत्या पण्यैरेवापदं तरेत खड्गेन वापदाक्रान्तः नश्ववृत्त्या कथञ्चन वैश्यवृत्त्या तु राजन्यः जीवेन्मृगयया पदे चरेद्वा विप्ररूपेण नश्ववृत्त्या कथञ्चन शूद्रवृत्तिं भजेत् वैश्यः सुदूद्रः कारुकटक्रियां कृच्छ्रान्मुक्तो न गर्ह्येण वृत्तिं लिप्सेत कर्मणः वेदाध्यायस्वधा स्वाहा वल्यन्नाद्यैर्यथोदयं देवर्षिपितृभूतानि मद्रूपाण्यन्वहं यजेत यदृच्छयोपपन्नेन शुक्लेनोपार्जितेन वा धनेन पीडयन् भृत्यान् न्यायेनैवाहरेत् क्रतोन कुटुम्बेषु न सज्जेत न प्रमाद्येत् कुटुम्ब्यमीन् विपश्चित् नश्वरं पश्येत् अदृष्टमपि दृष्टवद पुत्रदाराक्तबन्धूनां सङ्गमः पान्थसङ्गमः अनुदेहं वियन्ति एते स्वप्नो निद्रानुगो यथा इत्थं परिमृशन्मुक्तः गृहेष्वतिथिवत् वसन् न गृहैरनुबध्येत निर्ममो निरहङ्कृतः कर्मभिर्गृहमेधीयैः इष्ट्वा मामेव भक्तिमान् तिष्ठेत् वनं वोपविशेतु प्रजावान् वा परिव्रजेत यस्त्वासक्तमतिर्गेहे पुत्रवित्तेषणातुरः स्त्रैणः कृपणधीर्मूढः ममाहमिति बध्यते अहो मे पितरौ वृद्धौ भार्या बालात्मजात्मजा अनाथा मामरुते दीनाः कथं जीवन्ति दुःखिताः एवं गृहाशया क्षिप्त हृदयो मूढधीरयम् अतृप्तस्ताननुध्यायन् मृतोन्धं विशते तमः इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे सप्तदशोऽध्यायः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, श्री भागवत शरणं मम, श्री सद्गुरु शरणं मम, श्री सूत शरणं मम, श्री शुकदेव शरणं मम, श्री व्यास शरणं मम, श्री नारद शरणं मम, श्री कुमार शरणं मम, श्री ब्रह्मा शरणं मम, श्री विष्णु शरणं मम, श्री परब्रह्म शरणं मम, श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, शरणं मम। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं वंगुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अमरसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामुञ्चितगरिचिद। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणमेकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वा अन्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ सप्तदशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच। हरि ओम्। Salutations to the Lord, to the entire Guru Parampara. Knowing what we have to achieve, knowing where we are caught up, knowing how to get out of it, knowing what are the qualities, qualifications required to be gained, is the one which the Shastra teaches us. Having known it theoretically, when we become alert, when we try our best really to come out of whatever we are bound in, and also we inculcate the required things in us, really we can see the change in us, the sea change in us. Only this much, only one thing. That single thought, "Okay, I want to evolve, I have to evolve." If the single thought is strongly entertained, the rest will follow. I must change, I must improve, I must become Bhagavata, I must become Bhakta, I must become Jnani, I must be freed from all limitations, bondages. If this thought is strengthened in us, then all sadhanas automatically they come to us. Rather, all of them are already in fact known to us only. Which few things which we don't know, we'll just pursue the Guru Shastra and we'll come to know. Otherwise, everything known to us. But still, in spite of knowing, our doing is not happening because that seriousness, that sincerity, that maturity has not come in us. That I have to change. I have to grow spiritually. That thought is the one, the $1,000,000 thought. Anywhere, if it is available in any of the shops, buy it for every and any cost and get one for me also. Just that's the only thing. With that, whatever else is required to do sadhana, achieve everything, already are available. Life is available, time is available, shastras available, satsanga is available, guru is available, Bhagavan, devatas in different rupa are available. All are fully ready, fully available for us. It is only we have not yet have chosen to be spiritually growing. Somehow, if that one thing comes to us, see how it comes to us. Exclusively, huh? Exclusively, the thought I must grow spiritually. Not again along with the Bhautika materialism. That is always obstructions to this growth. That strong thought we must have, first of all, strong understanding. Because spirituality talks about Atma, other things talk about Anatma. In spirituality, we talk about truth and reality. In this world, whatever is untruth, it's mithya only. They are opposite to each other, x or c degree. So, therefore, first of all, seeking both cannot be correct. Only seeking one, and in that seeking, when we seek only the self or the truth or reality or liberation or spiritual growth, if that one thing somehow enters into us, the rest is taken care. So, pray for the Lord for that. And wherever seeking the Lord becomes stronger, expose yourself to that. Whether they are thoughts, whether there is a company, whether a program in TV of spirituality, whether your books studied, all around us, such books should be there, which we 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes we study that inspire us to become spiritual, to do spiritual sadhana. Let us have those people around us. Let us be the member of such samsthas. Let us visit those places. If that one thing comes to us, then all other things are available. Bas. Like everything is available in the kitchen. Only thing is I must cook and have a good food for my energy. When the thought comes, you go and cook, make a good food and eat it. If that doesn't come, then all things lying, but we continue to be hungry. So let us see to it that it happens in us. And as much intense this thought becomes, I must grow spiritually, so much will be intense our sadhana in which we utilize all our time energies. And we can see we are changed personality. Let us not die without this experience that I have changed. I am establishing in spiritual path toward the spiritual goal. There is no doubt in me about myself. So here in that course only of spiritual evolution, through bhakti jnanam that happens to us, but for that we have to be qualified. The qualification is becoming suddhainanta karana. That happens when we wipe off all the forces of asanas in us and also the external prarabdhas. Both of them can be done simultaneously by one sadhana called as dharma anushtanam. And that is why Varna Ashrama Dharma topic Bhagavan has taken up as asked by Uddhava, practicing which we become qualified for the Bhakti and Jnanam, which are already known to us, which were told to us in the earlier chapters, which will be told in all Upanishads and Puranas everywhere. So, what are the four Varna? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. What are their dharmas? They are told. What are the ashramas? Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. So, what are the dharmas of Brahmachari are exhaustively explained. Now, the Grahastha dharmas we started seeing yesterday. So, they are more beautifully, exhaustively given in Sutta Samhita. Or elaborately, they are given in Mahabharata Shastra. And every of the Purana Itihasa, these come. So, here also, after fully educating himself under the guidance of Guru in the ashrama, that brahmachari either can continue to be brahmachari in the ashrama, or he can take up gruhastha ashrama, he can take up vanaprastha straight away, or he can even take sannyas, or he can go step by step, enter into gruhastha, from there to vanaprastha and sannyasi. That's what is said here. 37 shloka. Atha anantaram avekshan. Desirous of entering into next stage. Avekshan means desire to enter. Anantaram is the next stage. Yatha jignasita agamaha. The one who has fully fulfilled his wish of knowing all the agamas, shastras. Gurave dakshinan dattva is a very compulsory thing. We must give dakshina to Guru. Without that, the vidya will not become safala. Datva snayat guru anumoditaha. Then that convocation in which what is to be done, what is learnt is revised, and we are certified that these are the things you have learnt. May you keep on remembering them. Otherwise, memory fade हो जाएगा, फिर again you be continue to be ignorant. See, इतना शास्त्र सुन पढ़ कर भी हमको निरंतर याद नहीं रहता कि हमें परमात्मा का खोज के लिए निकलना है. How much is forgetfulness? More than forgetfulness, our involvement in the ungodly things makes us forget the godly visions. Then what to do? Gruham vanam va upavishetu pravrajedva dvijottamah ashrama ashrama gachetu. So, direct 1, 2, 3 is in one brahmacharya. 2 or 3 or 4, into any one of them you can enter. Or enter into 2 and go through 3 and 4. But na anyatha matparah charet. Those who want to evolve spiritually, those who want to be blessed by Lord, na anyatha charet. Na anyatha charet are two things. Never be without identifying with one of the ashramas. Be in that identification and do those duty. Left to ourselves, we just become lecha, uncultured, indisciplined in our lifestyle. And nowadays, we don't claim to be belonging to any of the ashrama specifically. And that is why our lives are erratic, licentious, sensuous, uncontrolled, indisciplined. What the meaning of all this is there is no stipulated program in our life to evolve in which every aspect is taken into account. Whole dinacharya aiming at spiritual evolution is not there because you don't identify with any of the ashramas. Second meaning is don't come down from the higher ashrama to the lower ones. Take up, take up. Once you take up Vanaprastha, next is sannyas only, don't come back. That is the meaning. Then, yes, once he decides to enter into the Grihastha ashrama, from this shloka 39 up to the end of chapter, these 20 slokas talk about Grihastha ashrama dharmas. Beautiful. They are given. At least few we can practice having convinced about it. It starts with Gruharthi Sadrushim Bharyam Udvahetu Ajugupsita. So, according to the age or the whatever your background, your gotram, a sab dekhkar proper girl you get married first of all. So let that be taken care of by the parents through the astrologers and all. Let it be done. That is the ideal most. Don't pull me into controversial questions. Is it that all arranged marriages are tik rahe hain? As if they are not fighting and all. See, even this is not an intelligent question. Because which is a relation in this world which has no quarrels? Is that always parents children love only? Is that all boss and subordinate are happy only? Is that always friends are together only? Quarrels तो हो ही रहे हैं. You can't avoid. But minimum quarrel, maximum joy, and mostly exhausting the mutual vasanas, finally giving to the society a next good generation. These are the things to be kept in mind for marriage. Therefore, such suitable thing. Sadrushim Bharya. Is it not? Sadrushi. That Jataka Chakra Kundali tells exactly they are. One is too educated, not at all educated, other one is highly evolved, cultured, one is absolutely like anagarika. वो जमता नहीं है, प्रॉपर देखना है. So that's what Gruharthi Udvahed Bharyam Ajugupsitam. Yaviyasim, younger to you. Vyasa, then tam Savarnam Anukramat, I told you. Savarna only होना चाहिए. असावर्ण नहीं होना चाहिए. सेम वर्ण. Brahmana, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Vaishya, Shudra, Shudra, better. But as I said yesterday, in the Apat Dharma, Brahmana can marry Kshatriya, Vaishya maximum. Men. Brahmana women, only Brahmana. Then only the Brahmana clan is established. The Brahmana Patni, Pati, to them born alone is Brahmana. Brahmana Purusha and Kshatriya Stri born is called Suta. They are all not Brahmanas now. Because adulteration happened. I'm just telling purely from the Varna Dharma. Whether you accept or not, that is your choice. I'm not here to argue or fight with. That's how that has to be sustained. So, in my opinion, all in the Brahmana women only, everything is there of the Indian culture, Sanatana Dharma culture. They must recognize it if they are that way born in the Brahmana. Now comes, as we touched yesterday this topic, we are talking about Grahastha Ashrama. In that, Bharya, children, all of them has to be maintained. So, for Brahmana as a Grahastha and Kshatriya Vaishya, along with their own, already the Varna told, Varna mein jo bataya na, duties, dharmas, in that professional duties have already come. Here the focus is in Kshatriya, in the ashramas. Ashrama, Grahastha Ashrama. गृहस्थ आश्रम ब्राह्मण क्षेत्र वैश्य शूद्र उनके लिए ड्यूटीज बता रहे. Half of them are told in the varna vivarna itself. One or two whatever they have to be told for the grahasthas brahmana kshatriya it is so. No ijya adhyena dhanani sarvesham tat dvijanmanam. So performing yajnas, studying the Vedas, giving dana is allowed for all grahasthas of brahmana kshatriya vaishya. Then these two things, pratigraha, udhyapanam and yajanam, these three. Taking danam, then also adhyapanam, giving the Vedic teachings and making the yajna ityadi be done, either purohita, they are only brahmanasya eva. Others should not enter into that zone and create confusion. Spashta, what is said here, we are informing by Lord Krishna. Then, so how he has to do? Pratigraha udhyapanam. Pratigraha, he has to take dhanam. But pratigraham manyamanaha tapa tejo yashonudam. Tapasya, tejas and yashasya. They get removed when one takes dhanam. If on this, if this is the feeling in Brahmana, which is true, then other than this, the other two are there, no, which are allowed to him. He should pursue them. What are they? Adhyapanam and yajanam. Teach Veda Vedanta and be a Purohita, by which you conduct all Verita pujas, yajnas, upasanas for the Yajamana. Through that you get your livelihood. These are the things for the Brahmana. But if these two are also not possible, dosha druk tayoho, in that also he finds difficulties in doing adhyapanam, because even as Brahmana, not necessarily that everybody will be able to teach the Vedas, etc. And even the Brahmana, Yajnayaga also he may not be able to conduct. What is the way to live the livelihood? Here he said, Anyabhyami eva jiveta. He should follow the other one. What is Shilairva? Anyabhyami eva jiveta is live through Yajanam as well as the Adhyapanam. If these two also are not dosha, seen dosha in them, not able to do, Shilaiva. Shilovancha Vritti. The greatness of that will be told in the two shlokas. Now, the 42, 43 are 44. These three are बहुत बहुत मुख्य श्लोक in this chapter. Each one of them their own flavor, their own greatness. It's only we have to believe in Krishna as God and his advice as most important. Then we can feel the importance of it. If those sensitivities are not developed in us, for us, any number of Vedanta, Shastra, Granthas are taught, they won't even influence us, inspire us. They won't enter into our bosom. They don't change us. So those main qualifications of that humbleness, simplicity, along with the desire to know that Bhagavan is telling out of his kindness for the welfare of the all humanity on the earth. ऐसा भावना से सुनना है. And yesterday we stopped at this most auspicious shloka. Brahmanasya hi dehoyam kshudra kamaya neshyate kruchraya tapase cheha pretyananta sukhaya cha. Every human body is great for sadhana. Among them, the Brahmanasya deha ayam kshudra kamaya na ishyate. The Brahmana deha is not, deha means birth here. Janma in the Brahmana Kula Vamsha is not for the Kshudra Kama of Aihika Bhoga at the Deha Indriya level. So a Brahmana cannot afford to waste his Brahmana life in indulgences of the worldly things of Bhoga through all Indriyas. wasting time in watching TVs or wasting time in unnecessary enjoyments, entertainments. That can be done even with Pashu Vidya. Brahmana ka to nahi hai wo. When it is said Brahmana, Brahmana, don't get feeling if you are not so. When something is good, glorious, when it is glorified, you accept it. You will also be Brahmana next life. We might be Brahmanas in earlier lives many times. कुछ गड़बड़ करते हैं तो फिर नीचे आ जाते हैं दूसरे में. Live noble life, here again one is born. See it from total standpoint. When such shastras are studied, study them from sadhaka standpoint and total. Don't study from your own individual position standpoint. Then you will be identified with that jati to which you belong. Then you will not understand unbiased manner. So you can add some sentence to this for your satisfaction. Means live life in such a way now, even though you are Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, that next life you get Brahmana Janma. Once you get it, don't waste it. So add those lines. And all of us are going to be Brahmana next life, if not in this life already. Because when you study Vedanta, Upanishad, your Antakarna definitely will be purified. Yogi's families, you will be born. Wonderful, no doubt. Shushinam Srimatam Yoga Bhrashto Yoginam Eva Kule Bhavati Dhimatam. Pakka, there's no doubt, I am assuring you. If you consistently do your upasanas, etc., and reduce all involvements, minimum kar do isko, more and more namasmaran and all that, very good it will be. So Brahmana Deha is not for the Alpa Sukha. Then what for it? Kruchraya tapasecha iha. Iha, as long as you are alive, tapase, for doing all tapasyas, Kruchraya, taking all the pains. Kruchra means kashta. सारे कष्टों को सहते हुए तपस्याएं करने के लिए ब्राह्मण दे. In those tapasyas, the three main are through Upanishadadi Adhyanam, trying to know the truth. Through doing the Yajnayaga, welfare of everybody. And through the Upasanas, invoking grace of the Lord for the well-being, for the growth. In this way, Kruchraya tapase. Not for indulgence. He cannot. He should go on adding into his armor so many upasanas, japa, bhajana, kirtana, and do it for the totality sake if required. A Brahmana cannot afford to waste his Brahmana Jivanam. I mean, after how many lives again such thing comes, we don't know. Like Gurudev we got. Think how many lives it will take again to come under the blessing umbrella of a master, batao. We have to make best use of it. अच्छी चीज मिलना दुर्लभ नहीं है, उनको सद्विनियोग करना है, और सद्विनियोग करने से फिर वो दुर्लभ हो जाते. मानकर इस तरह से वी हैव टू बी अलर्ट. कृच्छ्राय तपसे चाहिए, देन प्रेत्य अनंत सुखाय च. ओनली देन इन सब्सिक्वेंट लाइव्स देयर विल बी अनंत सुख. अनंत सुख cannot be with the Santa Vastu. Ananta Sukha is possible only with Ananda Vastu. Ananta is Paramatma. So, in maybe maximum 1 or 2 lives, that Brahmana Janma fulfilling person will get all the abilities to do sadhana and get into that Ananta Sukha, Paramatma Ananda. If all Brahmanas that will come together, in fact, through their living example and teachings, lift all other people also, human beings also, into higher, greater guidance by practice and preaching. So, is it not important? Bhagavan Krishna's loving advice. In general, human life is not for alpa tuchcha sukha. Yeah? There are two things. One, sukhadi nirvartanam. Second is what? Seeking even the comforts through the body identity, etc. Thus, we can't get up morning, we can't sit for hours together, we cannot take the targets of our japa, we can't take the target of our studying the Shastra. ये सब जो laziness जो है, you're not indulging in bhoga, yes, but still what are you doing then? Lazing out. Lazing also a type of time waste only, bhoga only. Kruchraya, that's what he said. You have to take pains. Brahmana is equal to working hard. Goal is spiritual. For the Kshatriya, Shudra, Vaishya also hard work is inevitable. For them, the more more activities there are of the worldly nature. The Raja will have to take care of the Praja, Vaishya, more and attention on the trading only. Shudra, endless service he'll have to do. Brahman has special privilege and advantage. He can deal with, he can be in the divine atmosphere more and more by his choice. Ah. Let us try from today onwards, 30th Jan 2022. Using our Deha resources means the time which we are alive, more and more for sadhana. Even little difficulties are there, pains are there, diseases are there. Let us not give up our sadhana. Do it continuously. Let the prarabdha take its own course. Let us do our purushartham. क्या होगा करते करते रहेंगे we will live body nothing wrong it will be continued as sadhana. These are some things which we have to be pakka in our understanding and accordingly living it. Mind will tempt, थोड़ा सो जाओ, थोड़ा खा जाओ, थोड़ा उधर जाओ, थोड़ा इधर जाओ, देखो, watch this, watch that, entertainments, all of that. Slowly, one day, suddenly we can't give it up. But little by little, we have to reduce it. Come karte jana and use that time for sadhana. Take sufficient rest to be refreshed. Remaining entire time is for this sadhana. Karte rahe. Bhagavan, please bless all of us. We are genuine, sincere seekers. We have no doubt about it. And we are at your feet, your children. Give us the practice of this shloka that we will not waste our even a moment of time, energy also for the Kshudra Sukha. We will do only our sadhana, our tapasya, our adhenam, our puja, our japa, our prayers to the Lord. Wonderful it is. Now, कहते हैं about the Brahmana Grahastha. Wonderful shloka. Full sadhanas given here. It's very touching it is. So tough nowadays, but then at least for information's sake, you can keep it. Shiloncha vrutya paritushta chittaha. The one who made himself very contented with the things gained through Shiloncha vritti. The grains required or the vegetables required in the market yard or in ration shop or even the fields. Whatever are left, they are collected. With that he is living. Vidyat paritushta chittaha. Now, in that what is happening? Many desires are not there. Then to fulfill the desire, efforts are not there. Time, energy is not wasted. He is conserving it. शिरोंचवर्त्या परितुष्ट चित्ता वेरी टफ इट इज एक दिन मिलेंगे एक दिन नहीं मिलेंगे एक दिन ज्यादा मिलेंगे एक दिन नहीं मिलेंगे शिरोंच इन शिरोंच there are two things nor we begging from anyone neither we are employed somewhere to earn that time we are not wasting Shironchavartya paritushta chitta, a Brahmana. First, Brahmana Gruhastha. What is Kshatriya Gruhastha? Vaishya Gruhastha will come. These are all Gruhastha Ashrama Dharma. First, Brahmana is touched. Kshatriya Vaishya, most of things were told, one or two will be added in the next few slokas. Then, Dharmam Mahantam Virajam Jushanaha. Jushanaha, Jushtam, early morning in Telugu, came 6, 7, 8 times in the Meda Suktam. Jushamana. Medha Devi Jushamana. So Jushtan means say taking. What is that? Dharmam Mahantam Virajam Jushana. That is Uttama Brahmana Dharma of Adhyatmikata, having practicing that continuously. Virajam, in which there is no rajas of Kama Krodha Adi. Means doing that sadhana for the sake of the Lord, for spiritual evolution, no addition of any desire promptingness in that. That's called viraja. Wherever raja word comes independently, understand the raja is equal to kama alias krodha. Like kama yesha, krodha yesha, rajo guna samudbhavaha. Is it not? So from the rajas, kama krodha come. When the kama krodha comes, the antakarana becomes rajoguni. They go together. So viraja means while doing those, not entertaining in the mind the sankalpas of any bhoga. Just do your Mahan Dharma of the Adhyatmikata only with one sankalpa of pleasing the Lord by His blessings, evolving in spirituality. Spiritual evolution is ability to do upasana in such a way that your Ishtadeva becomes Pratyaksha. Spiritual evolution is that where you are so convinced about the Shastra Jnana that everything is Brahman. Spiritual evolution is that where in a given moment's notice, able to withdraw from Dehendriya Manobuddhi and establish in the self. These are all spiritual evolutions. Seeking only that, whatever required for that, that is called Mahan Dharmam. Practice that only. While doing so, Virajam. That the mind is not polluted by any rajas of kamana or krodha. Kama hai, वो फुलफिल नहीं होगा तो क्रोध आ ही जाएगा. And as we million times saw it, the one true genuine seeker want to know only the Lord, to take away from his mind and outside all time wasting positions. Bhagavan will see to it that all of them also go. He is left with no bandhu, no mitra, nobody will be concerned for him. 1-2 lives he'll have to go through that. So to know property, no bhoga, then only he can fully focus. If in your life, if such a thing is happening, understand it is God's call to do spiritual sadhana. It can be for the entire life, it can be one day also. Even one day, if nobody is calling you or troubling you or messaging you, no special work has come to you, things are required is their minimum. That means that day Bhagavan wants us to spend more time in our Mahantam Dharmam of spiritual sadhana. If it comes, use it. If it doesn't come, seek it from the Lord. Lord provides them. That occasion, that time. In general for everyone, particularly for the Brahmana Grahastha. Second one is what? Dharma Mahantam Virajam Jushanaha. Doing Mahantam Dharma of spiritual practice only without Rajoguna. Then Mai Arpita Atma. This is a thing which is in fact required for all. More is to be done by Brahmana. Offer individuality is himself to the Paramatma. In all those great bhaktas' lives, you can see how much they have done their arpana to the Lord. All yoga, kshema, adhyatmik sadhana, whatever, arogya, ityadi, Bhagavan, I am offering it to you. Mayarpita Atma, Mayarpita Manobuddhi, Mayarpita Atma. This word comes million times in all Puranas. First is Chiloancha Vrutya Paritushta Chittaha Dharmam Mahantam Virajam Jushanaha. See how important are those words. Mayarpita Atma, the one who offered himself to me. Gruhe eva tishtan, continuing your own Gruhashtha ashrama. Most important, from here, this thing is told. Most important, na ati prasaktaha. Na ati prasaktaha, not too much attached to everything. You do your dharma, taking care of wife and teaching children, getting them educated, but not with too much of prasakti. Prakarshena sakti, attachment. Nahi, jitna hona hai utna. In this, what is mainly aimed at? Your own spiritual evolution, which is a main dharma, ultimate. It's not compromising us with other dharma. But other dharma, when we do and get attachment also to that, this parama dharma we sacrifice. We compromise with it, which is not suggestion given to us by the Krishna Bhagavan or Shastras. Na ati prasakta. What is ati prasakti? Spending the entire time, day, mind only in concerned worry for them. Now, this is a very crucial thing. Each one should think and understand. It cannot be detailedly told. Only hint should be told. What is the meaning of ati prasakti? What is the meaning of absence of that? One hint can be given. Yes, they are all family members, relations, children. But then remember two things. They are also jiva independent. They also came with their own prarabdha. Is it not? Therefore, they'll have sukha, they'll have dukkha. And in mutual prarabdha, if their dependency is there too much on you, you take care, but at least at the same time not attached. In their prarabdha, if there is no dependency at all on you, age of 20, they fly and they are independent. The many family can say children settle very early, independent. नौकरी लग गई फिर शादी भी कर ले, हाँ बढ़िया रह रहे। कुछ वहाँ कुछ लोग क्या 40 हो गया बच्चे अपने साथ ही रहता है अभी। These are all depending on Urara. In both cases, the ati prasakta. The nasti ati prasakta, the two things, don't depend on them for your comfort sukha, don't involve in their prarabdha. If these two are thoroughly understood, ati prasakti nahi hona, what is the meaning is understood. And it's not difficult when you close your eyes and look into yourself to what you are ati prasakta. In that ati prasakti, everything. For his own graha, for his own what is the property, what is the wealth he has got, whatever the children, everybody, किसी के प्रति अति प्रसक्ति नहीं होना. Extreme attachment, अति प्रसक्ति means. ना अति प्रसक्तः, not extremely attached. When he lives like this, some upayiti shanti. In this life, slowly, because he's doing upasana and he's santushta vishironcha vritti, not ati prasakta, the mind is shanta. In that shanta one only, by Guru Kripa, Ishvara Kripa, the jnanam becomes stronger. The jnana becomes theoretical to practical. Then the anubhuti starts coming to him. Very intermediate sentences are there in this. If I take each one of them, then it will take lot of time. Be concerned about children. Teach them, guide them. If they don't want to take, they don't care what to do. What can you do other than getting frustrated? The more you insist, the more they run away. Go away. बोले संसार में कैसा होता है ना कि you are good, you want to help, but they don't want to take the help. Taking the help is more easier than wanting to give the help when the others are not ready to take. In that help, mainly concern and love. The children say, Papa, मेरे को छोड़ दो ना. Mama, छोड़ दो. We want to live our life. It's all Western culture for that matter. At the age of 14, they say we are independent. They're slowly coming into the Indian also. In Indian family system, they don't talk out, but every house, same thing. By this age, your children come to 14, 15, they're every day thadinatom at home. They want freedom, they want independence. But it says parents cannot digest it. That the children want to be independent. They cry. We are telling it for their own goodness. Swamiji. What is wrong in us? In your telling, there is no wrong. Then telling itself is wrong because they are not ready to listen. Then should we leave? No, tell in such a way that you are not frustrated. Find your own techniques. Like the backdrop, the knowledge is one. In them also the Jiva Bhava is becoming stronger. So that Jiva slowly now starting to eke out his own prarabdha. In some family, you kick the child, yet he comes to you. That is also unprarabdha. In other one, the more you hold, they don't stay with you, they run away. Every possibility is there. What is yours personally, you look into, and what action is to be done. Nati prasakta. Then samupayiti shanti. He gets that shanti. Ultimately, you have to be happy within, peaceful within, which will not come from outside at all. World makes you into pieces, your peace into peacelessness. The peace has to be found inside with maturity and dignity. Not just like that it comes. No. How much Shastra studied? No, that's not criteria. To how many you are attached to or not attached. Then arrogance, carelessness, should not take it as non-attachment. You can't have non-attachment to the Guru. You can say to everyone, I am not attached to anyone. You can't say to the Guru that Guru, I am not attached to you. That is stupidity at the highest level. What nonsense you are talking. You surrender the Guru. How can the talking of attachment, non-attachment to the Guru comes? With Guru, it is neither attachment nor prarabdha. Guru se prarabdha kya hai? Pagal. He'll teach you, you learn it. That's it. It is anugraha, it is adrushtam, it's not prarabdham. In the same way, how can you detach? You have to surrender there. You can't bring the relation with the Guru to the worldly relation level where you talk in language of prarabdhas or attachments. It is Bhagavan in that form, Sarvadeva Mayo Guru. After studying that also, how can you talk about attachments, prarabdhas? Mhm. With Guru, you have to be holding on to his feet, even if he kicks. For with that devotion, reverence, to invoke his blessings and the Lord's Krupa as Shastra Jnanam through him. That's how it should be. So here for the Brahmana, if in this way he lives, Shiloncha Vrutya Parichushta Chittaha, then Dharmam Mahantam Virajam Jushanaha, then Vai Arvita Atma, then Gruheva Tishtan. Being in Grahastha Ashrama only, Nadi Prasakta, if he maintains not to attachment, Samupayati Shantim, he will be peaceful in his life. Among 10,000 Brahmanas, maybe 2, 3 might be living like this in today's world. Because to be in this way, detached, doing everything is very tough. Consciously, carelessly, not concerned about the children or family, not that one. Maturity, say. It's my duty to take care of them, and they also their own prarabdha, and I'm always there to help them, yet neither I disturb them nor I disturb myself. With this conscious understanding, the one who is doing all that, Samupaiti Shantim. Okay? Now, to other people it is spoken. Kshatriya Vaishyas. What is that? Any Brahmana, if he's in difficulties, if you take care of him, I will take care of you. So beautiful this shloka. He says, Samudharanti ye vipram, Sidantam atparayana. Those Brahmanas who are in difficulties, Sidanta means who are going through financial crisis or other problems. Sidantam and Matparayanam, but they are truly devotees. Not only threaded Brahmana, but really they are Matparayana Brahmana. They are spiritual. No, as we have to dilute or change according to the timings, Brahmana should be worshipped. Which Brahmana? Not the one who has taken up Vyapara and all. He may be by birth Brahmana, but he is a Vaishya only. We have to slowly, and all the topic will be endless. Therefore, we are not touching it. We only study what Krishna says here. That should be enough for us. So, Sidantam Matparayanam Brahmanam Yaha Samudharanti Vipra Brahmana. Samyak Uddharanti, those who help them to come out of those difficulties. There's no place for that him to stay. Small, some hamlet, some house for him, you can get it done. There's no livelihood properly for him. Employ him in a temple, or you only make a temple and make him a pujari there. He has got his own daughter, so get married. Some expenses. You and I have a lot of money from some reason, therefore we don't value of it. But ऐसे जो low financial status वाले में getting married of daughter or son is 5-6 years of salary gone for that. Years of salary. नहीं होना चाहिए वैसे. It should be simple. It is depending on mutual understanding and all that. ऐसे है. Kanya Pradhan, he wants to do Shadi to daughter or such things, whatever. Some health is not good, so he needs some money. These Brahmanas have temples and all. They're not employed, regular income schemes nahi hai. So even insurance people also don't give them any loan. Har taraf se log, but Matparayana. In their own way, Vechare, so simple. They go daily to the temple with all that Pata Purana dhoti and do all those pujas. The educated class Brahmana who have learned all trades and tricks of earning income through that business, we are not talking about them. There are some very smart Brahmanas. They have learned the art of kisko kaise pataye, kaise paise kamaye. That we are not talking. There are some, they study all thoroughly and they demand also. Such people you find them in Gaya, etc. When you go to Shraddha there, they will do our Shraddha first. The Pandas there, demanding this, that. अब थोड़ा change हुआ कि नहीं पता. I went 3-4 times, मैं तो घबरा ही गया दोबारा. Luckily through some sources known we went, so we are saved otherwise. The demanding type, उनको छोड़ो, I'm talking the other people. If you take care of them, samuddaranti, you uplift them from their status and help them. Tan uddharishe nachirat. I will do their uddhara. Whose uddhara? Those who are taking care of brahmanas. How? Chirat apadbhya nauhi iva arnavat. Like in the ocean when we are fallen and getting lost, when a boat is sent, how the boat protects us. In the same way, such people who are taking care of Brahmana, Bhagavan says, I will take care of them when they are in apada. And I am telling you, how many times to how many Brahmanas you might have helped, all that punya is protecting you in your own health issues, in your own peace of mind issues, in your own life. The enemies are kept away, the friends are brought closer, mind is made quiet. All of them are Bhagavad Krupa. Bhagavan has done that Krupa because you have served some Brahmanas. Continue that. Any dhanam, etc. Whatever is at your feasibility, we must. Bhagavan says, Tan uddarshye nachirad apadbhyaha nauhiva arnavat. Like from the oceanic fall, the boat protects us. I will do the uddharana of them. That much Bhagavan gives assurance to the Kshatriya Vaishya Shudra if they help Brahmana. Because Brahmana saved, Shastra saved. Then all dharma, artha, kama, moksha in a systematic manner which Shastras say that is saved. Entire Sanatana Dharma is saved. A true Bhakti Parayana, Shastra Jnana Parayana Brahmana saved, entire Sanatana Dharma is saved. And the whole universe is saved. That much is importance of them. That is why Bhagavan says this. So make a homework, see if any one of them are in difficulty, take care. But mainly this should be done by the Raja. Now comes in 2 or 3 shlokas only, the Grahasthas of the Kshatriya, Grahastha of the Vaishya, what they have to do, that is said. Mainly it is Ashrama Dharma. Brahmacharya Ashrama exhaustively told. गृहस्थ आश्रम शॉर्टकट में बता रहे हैं, ब्राह्मण के लिए बताया. अब क्षत्रिय के लिए गृहस्थ आश्रम में क्या है? दोज थिंग्स ऑलरेडी सेड इन द वर्ण धर्म ऑलरेडी कम्स. क्षत्र वर्ण धर्म, क्षत्रिय गृहस्थ का भी वही है ऑब्वियसली. 1 or 2 एडेड. ही सेज for 55 shloka, a raja who is a kshatriya obviously is grahastha. Sarvaha samudharet raja pita iva vyasanat prajaha. He is a kshatriya grahastha dharmas. Expected that he is a raja. Every kshatriya is not raja, but specifically he is told. Anybody in that position or in that next hierarchy. He says, Sarvaha samudharet raja. It is Raja's job to do the uddhara of all other 3 people. Brahmana, Vaishya, Shudra are the ones to be taken care of by the Raja, it is mentioned. How? Pita iva. From where? Vyasana, from difficulties, problems, prajaha, all the beings. Raja is expected to take care of all his praja, Brahmana, Vaishya, Shudra, obviously Kshatriyas also, like Pita. देखो, पिता के समान, पिता जैसे पुत्रों को अपने उनके कष्टों से उनको बचाते हैं, राजा should protect entire praja from the vyasana difficulties. While doing so, atmanam atmana uddharet, he should do his own uddhara also. So he is, while protecting himself, he should protect entire praja. For that, what is required? Dhirata. The kshatriya must be dhira in this manner. Example, yatha gajapati gajan. Like the king of the elephants, while itself protecting itself from going into the burning jungle or it may be in the drowning river, it tries to protect all other elephants. In the same way, the grahastha kshatriya, if he is a leader, raja, protect himself, protect others also from difficulties. Vyasanat samudharet. Vyasana means kashta, difficulty, problems. Raja should plan in such a way. First, he should have that desire in him. And only with the desire that the praja should be helped and saved, one can become a true politician or the raja. हमेशा होना है, सारे प्रजा मेरे संतान हैं, उनका कष्ट मैं से सह नहीं सकता और मैं उनको बचाऊंगा. Bring that type of ideas, policies. His 24 hours thinking only should be like that. He alone is true Raja. Any Raja, selfishness, power mongering is there, is not true Raja. And who has got biasness also. If my own family should grow, I'll give all permissions, licenses to them. It is absolutely wrong. We should always give value to the deservable candidates. Promote the intelligence, promote the hard work, not promote some relativities and some all that. That is again attachment. This is what is for Kshatriyas, he said. Then evam vidaha narapatihi. If this way the Raja lives his life of taking care of all praja as Santana and himself as Pita, before that taken care of the Brahmanas also, if he does. Evam vidaha narapati, dekho, vimanena arkavarchasa. When he leaves his body, that Vimana will come with the Surya Tejas, arkavarchasa. While living itself, idhuya iha ashubham krusnam. Such way, when the king lives here, he is clearing all his impurities here only. When he leaves his body, that Arkavarchasa Vimana will come for him. Krusnam Indrena Saha Modate. He will go to the Swarga, and along with Indra, he will enjoy all the Swarga Loka. Raja can have that thing, opportunity. Kshatri ki baat ho rahi hai. Kshatri Grahastha, especially a kingly person. And here, anybody who thinks he has power over power thing, all of them under him are his praja. He is a Raja. Take care. Okay. Now he tells about the alternatives if each of the higher Varna Grahasthas are not able to do their own Varna related work. Is there any option? Little option only in the emergency. How difficult it is for you to get your livelihood, that time only you take the vritti of the other dharma, not otherwise. He says, Sidan Vipraha, Raja, sorry, Vipra Brahmana, he is not able to find that livelihood way of Adhyanam, Adhyapanam, Ijya, Ityadi around him, or he himself is not able to do. Option for him is Vanik Vrutya. He can do Vanik Vritti. And that also Panyaihi. Panyahi means what? Only those which can be allowed for Kraya Vikraya he should do. What are allowed for the Brahmana? Panyahi eva. You enter into trading, but you can't do the trading of fish market and all. That is not allowed for a Brahmana. You can't have the non-veg slaughterhouses. वो भी business है. Not for Brahman. मैंने पान शॉप खोला और गुटखा सिगरेट बेच रहा हूँ. No. You do vyapara, but not these things. You start your own agarbatti business. Dwada. You start your own, the other spiritual related wala vyapar karo. Maximum the bhojan sambandhit karo, but jo not allowed wala hai, you cannot. You cannot have Venkata Subramanya Shastri wine shop. It is not allowed here. Non-veg hotels, wine shops, slaughter things. No. Panya means you did a double papa to a Brahman. That is why, you have to consult your guru. Any vyapara you want to do. First of all, हम ही अपने जिंदगी के गुरु है. अब मेरे को क्या गुरु है? यार, it's such a funny level. हंसी आती है बहुत बार. We live life as if we know everything only. We know nothing. So, Vani Kuruti allowed, but not those other things. Panyam is which is worthy of sales and purchase. That one. Panya eva apadam taret. Apadam taret, the difficulty of financial crisis, you come out. Once you are settled, again go back to your Brahmana dharma. Ab Ijya, Dhyana, Yajna, Upasana, that's it. Don't stick here only. If that also is not there, Khadgenava apada krantaha. He can take the Khadga also, a Brahmana, for the sake of Yuddha, in which he will protect his country and all. Allowed it. That is also apad dharma. If the nation needs or your livelihood needs. But that is not out of shock, out of enjoyment, out of, it's very good in business, let me earn more, and pakka vaishya ban gaya. 24 ghante, only that. Coming home and like only making all hisab kitab, forgetting all upasana anushtana. What Krishna is saying, I am explaining. It is nothing from our head. Spashta he said. But most important for Brahmana is na svavruttya kathanchana. The Shudra Mlecha Vritti, the Brahmana should never take up. Maximum is allowed up to the Vaishya level, Kshatra level, not Svavruttya Kathanchana. The Shudra work Brahman ko nahi karna hai, or in any kingdom, even Brahmana wants to that, the king should not allow. He should take care of him and give the higher post position. That is idealistic way. If the Brahman himself want to be Shudra, what can others do? I don't want to specify what is the definition of Shudra karma in today's world, because you will react, it will revolt. इसलिए हम नहीं बताएंगे. Confidentially पूछो तो बताएंगे what they come in category. Okay. Now, what about Raja? Vaishya Vrittya tu Rajanya Jivet. Raja, if he is not able to be the Raja, Kshatriya hai, lekin higher position, government job Raja nahi hai, so Vaishya Vrittya, he also can be doing his Vaishya Vritti of the Vyapara. Mrugaya Apadi, he can go for Mrugaya also sometime for the hunting and all. But Charedva Viprarupena, for some time he can go for the Viprarupa work also, Brahmana work, but he also Kshatriya, Nashvavritya Kathanchana, he should not fall down to the Shudra and Mlecha Vritti. Ideally it is told. You work hard and grow in that, but don't fall so much down also. Okay. What about Shudra, Vaishya? Vaishya is Shudra Vrittim Bhajed Vaishya. Vaishya should take up Shudra Vritti if it is necessary. Else is Vaishya. He cannot become Kshatriya and Brahmana. वो तो mention नहीं किया इधर. Then Shudra, what Shudra should do when he has not got any seva work? Karu Katak Kriyam. Karu Katak Kriya means ये जो ना चट्टाइयाँ बनाते हैं, सूप वगैरह बनाते हैं, देखो ऐसे वाले, नॉट इंग्लिश सूप, हिंदी में सूप कहते हैं, जैसे अब आजकल तो नहीं है. All जो ये सब actually the works of the non-fourth category. Shudra can take up that if he has not got this livelihood. Okay. Then Kruchrat Muktaha. Once you come out of the Kruchrata, Kashta, difficulty, na Garihena Vrittim Lipseda Karmana. Again, don't get attached continuously to that Gariha. Give it up and come back to your Varna related Vritti. It is all when somebody asks, it's very difficult to maintain in our Vritti, what to do. For that 1 or 2%, if it is not told, then Lord has not given instruction. ऐसा लोप होता है. To avoid that it is said. It is not a license here. It is not a freedom. Brahmana is 100% Brahmana work only he should do. In case of very serious emergency, 1 or 2 months, years, he may involve in other, come back to his Brahmana. Like that you have to understand. Don't take it a license. Main is main only. But you can't be so rigid to be at the cost of suffering and all. Therefore, some little freedom is given. Freedom should not be misused beyond a limit. Okay, man? Then, this is how the Brahmana Grahastha mainly, even Brahmana Kshatriya Vaishya also, they have to do this. Veda Adhyaya Swadha Swaha Bali Annadyehi Yata Udayam Deva Rushi Pitru Bhutani Mat Rupani Anu Aham Yajetu. So the Pancha Runas, to clear of them, the Pancha Yajnas, every Grahastha should do. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. Shudra ko zyada rules nahi hote. To clear the Pancha Runa, the Pancha Yajnas. Clear? Like Deva Runa, you have to clear. So you have to do the Deva Yajna. That is done through the Yajna. Om Swaha, Idanna Mama. Pitru Runa you have. So to clear that Pitru Runa, you have to do the Pitru Yajna. That is Shraddha, Tarpana, Pinda Pradhanam, Ityad. Then Rishi Runa you have. So you have to do the Rishi Yajna by doing your own Adhyayana Veda Vedanta and seeing it that is being spread. For that, whatever sponsoring resources you can give, by giving that, you are clearing the Rishi Runa by doing the Rishi Yajna. Fourth one is Manushya Runa. Cleared by the Manushya Yajna. taking care of the two co-passengers along with us, co-fellow humans, whatever you can do. Finally, the Bhutaruna of in general all beings. They can be animal, they can be trees and all. By doing Bhuta Yagnam, catering to them also. You can do that. The grasam to the cows and calves and all the animals. And even चींटियों को भी चीनी खिलाओ थोड़ा, पंछियों को पानी पिलाओ, गर्मी आएंगे अभी. These are called Bhutarunam. Then plant some trees are already existing trees, water them. So Bhuta Yajna, Manusha Yajna, Rishi Yajna, Pitru Yajna, Deva Yajna. They are done here. So Vedadhenam is Rishi Yajna. Then Swadha is Pitru Yajna. Swadha is the Pinda Pradhanadan. Swadha it is called. Swaha is the Deva Yajna. So Rishi Yajna, Pitru Yajna, Deva Yajna. Then Bali, it is called Bhuta Yajna. For all the Bhutas. Annadyehi Manusha Yajna. Give that Annadanam. मनुष्यों का खासकर भोजन दे दो, उनको नौकरी दे दो, वस्त्र दान दे दो. For the fellow human beings, you can do that. This is must. Deva, Rishi, Pitru, Bhutani, Madrupani, Anu Aham Yajet. They're all my Rupa only. Anu Aham means day in and day out, every day, to all these, whatever little bit possible, keep on doing. Now, in that, living together with each other, helping others, all these beautiful qualities are involved. Then, while doing this above yajna, how to earn the wealth? Means what? Not that karma is used for wealth earning. Means which wealth should be utilized for it? Means shukloparjitena. The wealth which is earned by righteous means only shukla, white money. Not the negative or black money. Very clear it is. Yadruchaya upamanena shukla uparjitena. Your hard work and yadruchaya upamanna means you are belong to a good family. So by tradition from the ancestors, the property came. That is called yadrucha property. You are born in that. No effort. But your parents have so much money. You are the heir, a legal heir. So it comes to you. Shuklena uparjitena, you only worked hard right from beginning, earned money. With this wealth only, all yajnas, danas have to be done. Not with the black money and all. Is it not? It is likha udhar. In that also, dhanena apidayan vrutyana. And while doing so, those who depend on you, the wife, children, don't trouble them. उनके मुंह के खाना छीन कर दान मत करना. Unless they agree. In case of that Rantideva Adi, wife and children also equally greater than him. Greater like him. They allowed him. So when samjhauta hai, to wo karo. But otherwise, don't trouble them. They are first responsibility. Don't trouble doesn't mean, again, don't yield to them only. Is it not? Some vastradana you are giving, but not giving clothes to or the new sari, etc. to the wife during festival. It's wrong. At the same time, if she says, no, how can you give to the others? Give me only a 2 lakh rupee sari. Give 1 slab to her. Why? What do you do with the 2 lakh wala? Give her 10,000. 1 lakh 90 you spend. Like that. Neither carelessly nor too much attached. While managing them, then take care. Both things happen, both inadvertencies. One is one, never care these yajnas, pancha yajnas, and only attach and pour all the money to the family. Other is what? Extremely spent for everything, not caring the family. Dono galat hai. Samajhdari se karna. Now in the next few shlokas, very important sadhanas are mentioned. For all. Without this, this would have not become Bhagavata Shastra and this would have not become Bhagavan Krishna's teaching. Krishna or Bhagavan or Guru or Shastra conclude their teaching only with spiritual sadhana. They will be mentioned tomorrow, one more day. We may need for it. If required, little bit will enter into the 18th chapter also. Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Krishna Chandra Bhagavana Ki Jai Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you. We'll come back in 10 minutes for our Valmiki Ramayana class in Hindi. To enjoy Kumbhakarna Yuddha next to 2 days, 3 days from today. आ जाओ भैया 10